Welcome back, everyone. Lauren Nestor is with us today. She is the WIC breastfeeding coordinator for the county. We're talking about August is Breastfeeding Awareness Month, and you guys have programs through WIC to help folks out, right?
We do. That's the main focus of WIC, is providing breastfeeding education prenatally before the baby is born, so parents can be thinking about how they want to feed their child and make some decisions about that. And then we have support afterwards as well. Any questions that people can come in and get some assistance if they're having trouble with getting baby to latch or any other questions. And then we also help make sure that our parents have access to a pump. That might be through their insurance company. We can help talk through what kind of a pump they might need, or we have some available at the WIC office too.
Are there, I gotta imagine there's folks out there that don't know necessarily that resource is available to them, or that, as you mentioned, insurance sometimes might jump in and help out.
Yes, insurance is, and that's been a real benefit for us. A lot of pumps are available now through insurance companies, which is great, although sometimes parents have trouble figuring out which pump they might need, or maybe the one that they get sent isn't the one that suits them the best. So we like to be able to help out with that. But a lot of people do forget that WIC exists. They're very aware of SNAP and food stamps, and that's gotten a lot of attention during the pandemic with increases in those numbers. We are still there. We provide foods, healthy foods, fruits and vegetables. We have our farmers market vouchers will be coming up here pretty soon. So we're kind of in that same realm, but we also provide a lot of education and support on top of that.
Keep them busy. And I know, I would think that a lot of new mothers are coming to you guys like scared to death. How do I do this? That kind of thing.
Right. We have a lot of, or parents that they think they know what they want to do, but then once they learn a little bit more and ask some questions, and often it's just reassuring that, we're here to help, and you can always change your mind down the road. But we're there to just help get off to a good start and see where things go. And that's especially with the formula shortages that we've seen right now. We hopefully will continue to see some more interest in moms choosing to breastfeed and asking questions just to reassure themselves.
Yeah, I can imagine.
They can do that.
How about employers? You mentioned there's a workplace toolkit for Breastfeeding Month.
There is. The state of Ohio has been doing a lot of things over a number of years. So we've had the Ohio First Steps program in the hospitals. More recently, they have launched an Ohio workplace toolkit that is very specific to Ohio. We have some videos from Ohio businesses, so it's kind of neat to come in and see what people are doing around the state. And then there's a toolkit and some information, and they've just launched an award so that you can be recognized for being a breastfeeding-friendly workplace, supporting your employees that choose to, need a pump, need a place to pump while they're at work, and choose to do that. And in the state of Ohio, it is actually protected by law that, nursing in public. Just so if you're in a business, if you're in a restaurant, if you're somewhere out and about, and you want to sit down and breastfeed your baby, that is perfectly fine. And not that it was never not legal, but it's just, it's nice to have those protections, because then people raise questions. Is that okay? Do I need to make you move? What happens? And then in child care providers, we have an award program there as well, that staff gets trained, learn, make sure they're up on the rules and regs and how they need to handle breast milk, and work with moms and babies, and then they can be recognized for that support as well.
Are businesses getting better, you think, about handling those kind of things? That used to be a real, they didn't want to mess with it, but now I feel like they
are. So some employees are covered by federal law through the Department of Labor, and that's not always as well known. It just kind of depends on the business. The Pump Act that didn't end up going the rest of the way through Congress would have expanded that to protect additional employees that are not covered under the other law. But even if your employees are not covered under the law, you can still do it. It's a very family-friendly thing to do for your business, especially in a time when we're trying to find employees and retain employees. If you can make, reduce some of those barriers and make it easier for moms that are trying to work and, manage having a baby at home and make all that work. It's the more of us that can be supportive, the better.
Yeah, stuff to do. You also mentioned the state has a hotline, right?
They do. The state of Ohio has a breastfeeding hotline, and I'll leave that number for you.
Sure.
It can be reached by text or by phone, and they do some video counseling. It's a live hotline, so it's answered 24/7, and it's a good way to at least get some questions answered, even if it's in the middle of the night, because not everybody's available at the middle of the night.
That's right. Yeah. Well, excellent information. Thank you, Laura. We appreciate it. It's good seeing you. Don't go away. Medical news coming up next on Noon Edition.